Hey everyone, welcome to our Understanding Physical Activity for Wellness teacher support video. This one's for Module 2, Physical Activity for Physical Wellness. In this video, we'll provide a brief overview of the module, introduce some of the new things that we added this week, and just provide some tips for implementation. If you're new, welcome. Module 1 is live on the Google Drive. Module 2 is also live. And you can feel free to use those modules as you see fit. If you're interested in getting a little bit more background on why we're doing what we're doing and sort of the purpose of these modules, you can use this YouTube link right here for some commentary, general commentary on how the purpose and focus of PE might shift during this unprecedented, as everybody's saying, unforeseen extended school closure. You can use this YouTube right here. And if you're interested in designing useful online physical education content beyond using these modules, you can use this resource, which is one of many out there on that topic. If you're back for week 2, how's it going? Teaching digitally is similar to teaching face-to-face in that reflection plays a critical role in the teaching process and the learning process. So take some time to think about how the week went. What successes have you experienced? All of you used technology to teach, to interact, to model for your students. And so I think that's a major success right off the bat. What successes have your students experienced? Has your communication strategy worked well? Were you able to model your own physical activity engagement and so forth? So think about some of these questions so that you can keep doing what worked and make adjustments on things that didn't quite go as well as maybe you would have liked. Remember, everyone, whether you're new or whether you're coming back for week 2, we want students to manage and thrive during this time and always. So we really want to focus on encouraging students to engage in movement and physical activity that's meaningful to them. The folks that have thought the most about this, researchers from Canada and around the world, have a blog, and it highlights the research that they've done and the thinking that they've done. And they were kind enough to create a blog specifically as it relates to meaningful physical education at home. So we would highly encourage you to check out this blog post in addition to other blog posts about meaningful physical education in a face-to-face environment. We think it's super valuable research and commentary, and they have a lot of great things to talk about. So we'd encourage you to check that out as well. And then think about what your school's requiring of students, of teachers, and make decisions that best support your students. I've heard from neighbors this week where a kindergarten class teacher is requiring students to meet every day at 9 o'clock on Zoom, and they take attendance. That might be a positive thing for that class environment. Some might say that that could be a little bit burdensome on the parents. Is your school requiring a heavy dose of accountability? Is your school sort of emphasizing more experiential, autonomous learning? Think about what your school is requiring and how you can use the resources that we're providing to best suit your students' needs, and make adjustments to align as needed. What's new? So research team and I thought and talked, and we've added a couple things to the Google Drive. Obviously, Module 2 video presentation is live on YouTube. We also have the content slides in case you're interested in recording your own voice, which we'd encourage you to do. We have some movement resources this week that we're excited to share, and some more meaningful assessments. If you look on the drive here, we also have a shared document resource folder and a shared internet resource Excel sheet. So if you have any documents that you develop that are directly related to the module content, you can just upload them into one of these folders. So for example, if it's movement resource document that you've made, you can just add it to the Google Drive in this folder. If you have internet resources that you found that align, you can add it to the Excel. So if it aligns to any of the modules, you can put it up in this section. So the type, so this is a workout video, the resource name, whether it's YouTube, whether it's another website that you found it, brief description, so this is song web workouts, and the link. If you find resources directly related to Module 2, you just scroll down and you can place them in the Module 2 area right there. And then the movement resources folder, really excited about. So you come into Module 2, go into movement resources, and we've got this cool Excel sheet with a bunch of different apps. So these are live links. They'll take you right to the website for different apps. Right here is the movement type. So this app covers cardio, flexibility, and strength, whereas this app only covers cardio, this one cardio and strength, and so forth. And then in the features, you can kind of see a summary of the app and the cool things that it might have. This was cool for us to learn about some of these different apps. It might be cool for you to use this. And if you find that your students might find value in using this, perhaps to track their physical activity if they're interested, or if they have a goal related to that, or if they're interested in a little bit more of a digital social media exercise experience, you can use this for students who might be interested. Our essential questions that are sort of guiding the content are listed right here. And remember, this module is focused on physical activity for physical wellness. Next module is physical activity for psychological wellness. Following module 4 is physical activity for social wellness. And then the last module is sustaining physical activity throughout the lifespan. We really want to try to help students know these things, perform these things, and reflect on these things. These are just ideas of objectives that you can kind of take from the content that we're providing, adjust them to your students' needs, and adjust them so that they're most meaningful to the students that you're teaching. But these are just our ideas of some example objectives that you could gain from our content. Just a reminder of how to access the course materials. Some of you might be interested in making a copy of the content for your own Google Drive, in which case you can just copy any of the assessments, the content, the slides, and paste them right into your Google Drive. So you would just right click, come down here to make a copy, click, and then paste it into your drive. You can do that for any of the documents here that you would like. Similarly, you can download items off the Google Drive and save them to your folder or your computer so that you can upload them to your own learning management system. So if you're interested in doing that, you just come over. If you're interested in downloading the content video, for example, right click, come down to download, and it will download right to your desktop. And we just want to encourage you to be mindful of colleagues who might not be active on social media. So everything that we're sort of sharing here, outside of our own personal networks, where we've emailed several colleagues and friends who are PE teachers in high school, most of this is all on social media. So if you have colleagues that might not be active on social media, please feel free to copy the Google Drive, give them a short overview, and encourage them to use these. We want to make this as accessible to as many people as possible so that we can support as many students as possible. Once again, this is the link to the new content, Module 2. If you're interested in adding your voiceover, you would just come to Module 2, delete the first slide, and then record your voice over it and save to your own computer if you're interested. Enjoy this process. It's an interesting time, and hopefully you've learned something this week, and you can continue to learn as you engage with the modules, engage with online teaching. Obviously, please remember to practice self-care, and we just really wish you the best. We'll be back next week for another support video, another module's worth of content and additional resources, and we hope that you will add some customized or curated resources or assessments to the drive as well. And we look forward to seeing you back next week. Take good care in the meantime, everyone.